All right, I'm here at MacLachlan's house and he's gonna cook me his favorite healthy dish. Let's go. What's up with this weather? It's like a Swedish summer day.
You got the welcoming committee.
Hello,
Hey, man.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Thank you for the warm welcome with the Swedish summer day.
I wanted you to feel at home. This is all for you. The rain, the mist, all those depressing things.
Well, hopefully the meal that you're cooking me won't be as depressing.
This is going to be fun. Come in. I want
Thank
to
you.
show you what we got. So, you got some coffee? Did you grab a little coffee, little Twin Peaks coffee?
This is your coffee now?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this, Pursued by Beer.
And I know this is my brand that I make up in Walla Walla. I collaborate with Thomas Reese at the Walla Walla Roastery, a good friend of mine, and we just called it Pursued by Bear, and it's a really nice blend. It's kind of a medium dark roast, I think.
One thing that I really appreciate with you, we work out together. We see each other 3 times a week on average. So one thing that I really love about you is that you have a passion for food, coffee, wine. So do I. I'm excited. You know, the pressure's on. What are you going to cook for me today?
All right, so I gave it some thought, and and this is a meal that I make for dinner with my family. So it's we do lamb, and I get a rack of lamb, and then I cut up the chops, so lamb chops basically.
Yeah.
And then I do some roasted cauliflower, and then I grill radicchio, and I grill these little gems, which are like kind of like a romaine, very small romaine. It's protein focused, and then the carbs would come from the cauliflower and the little gems and the radicchio.
Yeah. The great thing about cauliflower is that it's high in antioxidants, high in fiber, high in choline, which is one of those things that is hard to get in a lot of food. Cauliflower is amazing, so that's a good choice.
Really versatile vegetables.
But, you know, lamb is one of the fattier meats. So I like the way you put this meal together because the main energy source or fuel source will be from the fat from the lamb.
And you'll see the cauliflower. I roast the hell out of the cauliflower, so I don't even know if there's any nutrients left in it, but it's really tasty.
Yes, I'm excited.
It's good. You know, when I started this, I said, you know, I want to try and get as much fat because what happens is, as you see on the grill, it flares up like crazy.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I love lambs, but when you grill it, it tends to.
You got to be so careful. And this is all just because of this fat. Yeah. So I'm like, well, you know, this stuff comes off.
I like this. It definitely makes it a little healthier. Lamb's a good source of protein. Have you always been interested in cooking?
It came a little bit later for me. So and more out of necessity. I think I had good cooking genes. Both of my grandmothers were amazing cooks and bakers. My dad kind of picked it up. My mom, not so much. I don't think cooking was her thing. Anyway, so this is...
She did other things.
She did many other things well, and she could make this one crazy thing well. She could make Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah.
Which is not easy to make.
No.
But that was the thing, that was her go-to.
Do you look for anything in particular when you buy your lamb?
Just a great source, you know. Yeah. So I think this
So what's a great source to you?
We go to Bristol Farms here in Los Angeles, which has a really good quality. I think Snake River Farms has got great stuff. It's really expensive, so that's a treat. And I've never tried their lamb, so I don't know how that is, but I'm sure all of their products are super high quality. In fact, I think you were the one who told me about Snake River Farms.
Yes, I did.
So it was good. Okay, we separate the chops out. You just kind of find that line and then straight through. Just go through each one. And this isn't really the best knife for that, but it works okay. But you can see there's still plenty of fat in that. That's going to flare up.
So how many times per week would you say that you cook?
Well, I don't do all the cooking, so I do have help. Courtney comes in and she does some prep for me, and she helps out a lot. When I'm here, I'm pretty involved.
You normally eat like a home-cooked meal. You don't eat a lot of takeout.
We don't go out much. We're home. Our son, Callum, is 14. He gets home from volleyball practice, and we just stay home.
Yeah.
It's really a luxury.
Do you have any hacks for people that wants to get healthy and cook more at home?
There isn't a shortcut. That's the whole thing. It's time. It takes time. So you have to commit time.
Yeah.
And say, okay, I'm going to do this, and find maybe the joy in some of the mundane. You know, it's like either whether it's the shopping or if it's the preparation, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I think keep things simple is the best way. You know, I worked not with Arnold, but closely with Arnold because he was doing Conan in Mexico City while I was down filming Dune. This was back in 1983. So I would be in the gym, not with them, but watching them train. And what I really appreciated about it was they were very focused, and I would watch him and he would do the set and he would just, rack, and then he would walk kind of quietly around. And I got the sense that he was listening to how that last set affected his body.
Intuition and experience.
Yeah. And where he wanted to go next.
I'm the same. I know which body parts I want to work, which movement and direction.
Yeah.
But I don't like to pick the exercise beforehand, and I don't like to say that I'm gonna do 12 reps. I like to adjust depending on, and you see that when you and I work together as well. Yeah. I don't write things down.
Yeah.
I want to meet you where you are that day and see how we can get the most out of you.
Yeah, and you have great intuition. You come in and you always suggest something that's like, oh, okay. So my wife is very organized, as you can see. So we have like little containers here of everything. That's her.
What's the staples in your fridge? What do you always have in your fridge?
We always have eggs for breakfast for my son. Bacon is important because I love bacon. Yeah. It's really good for the heart. Anyway, and then grated cheese. Because my son is a big fan of the quesadilla with the cheese and the chicken rolled up. Actually, I'm a big fan of that because it's very fast. And I have a 14-year-old son. When they're hungry, it's now. There's always some kind of a green lettuce. We got lettuces, radicchio, and then some
ton of vegetables,
and like little things to sort of chives
How's
and
your
stuff.
hot sauce game?
We have some decent ones here. We got the Chipotle Tabasco. We got this is the sriracha that I like, but I don't use these as much as I should. This is the thing. Condiments, I rarely. So this is sort of the main thing, and then we have a variety of different sort of healthy go-to. The idea is to have salads, things that you can grab. Got this chickpea salad here, which is really great. We got some from I hate to waste food, so I bring food home all the time. This is actually steak from I think Cut restaurant. Yeah, really great. So I bring home food because I hate to waste it, and I also like working with it the next day.
What is the one thing that I will never find in your fridge?
Wow. Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I mean, it's great, but if it's here, then I'm gonna drink it. So I don't keep it here.
All right.
So, no Coca-Cola.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So always vegetables, always eggs, and no Coca-Cola, ever.
And herring. Rarely do you find herring in there. It goes back to herring.
Love it. No herring. So as I said before, high in fiber, low carb, a lot of choline, lots of antioxidants. So, good choice.
So we have cauliflower we're going to chop up into little pieces. This is the radicchio. And then we got the little gems.
Do you think that you being so aware and taking care of yourself has changed the way you eat?
To be completely honest,
yeah.
Because I train and work out with you, I feel like I can splurge more frequently, which is a problem.
I always say that 17 out of 20 on point, 3 out of 20 enjoy life. Good food and drinks are a big part of life. Yeah. Why deprive yourself of foods that you like? That's a poor life. So I never call it cheat meals, I call it treat meals.
Treat meal, that's even better, yeah.
There's nothing bad, or I don't like to put a negative label on a pizza. Is it possible the best food on earth? So it's a treat meal, not a cheat meal. But what I love about this is also a good example of healthy, nutritious food doesn't have to be boring.
No.
I'm sure this is going to taste great. It looks fantastic. I have to ask you, what's Agent Cooper's favorite healthy dish?
Cherry pie.
Cherry pie.
Donuts. I've never thought of him, he was like a connoisseur, but he is very specific about his flavors and smells and visuals. He likes a certain kind of thing. So he would like a perfect burger. You know what I mean? That would be his ideal, his go-to.
Now you know Twin Peaks fans.
That would be ideal. He's a simple man with simple tastes. So this has got cumin, salt, and then we get into the bad stuff. It's not necessarily bad stuff, but I put a little bit of panko in. You don't have to do this. This is an extra. It just gives a little bit of crunch.
Yeah, I'm trying to be useful here.
No, that's good. And then while you're doing that, I'll just grate some Parmesan over the top.
Whoa.
And we just have this to mix in. And this is also something that you can add right at the end of the cooking. You'll see when it starts to cook down and caramelizes that it
Got
gets
cumin,
really.
Parmesan, olive oil.
Yeah. And then
And little panko.
and then the super secret ingredient. No, it's not super secret ingredient, but I put a tablespoon of white vinegar in on top.
So when
So-
Swedes make Italian pizza salad, we take cabbage, shave it, and then
okay.
we use white vinegar,
Okay.
olive oil,
Yeah.
salt, pepper,
Yeah.
and maybe some bell pepper. This is a fancy version of that.
So this is ready to go. So basically, we'll get the pan hot and in the oven and throw it in.
Okay.
So we got the meat. That's in. I can do the radicchio.
So have you ever tried any strange diets?
I fasted once for 3 days. It was a juice fast, and it was painful. I think maybe like 24 hours, like a day fast once every few months, maybe.
Have you ever gone vegan or tried keto?
The closest I got to going vegan was a dry January. We do occasionally, we will introduce a vegan meal, like a once a week. We were doing a once a Monday vegan meal. It was very good.
So I'm curious, has your way of eating changed over the years?
Yeah, I think I've gotten, you get more conscious of what's going in, and but I've always been pretty healthy.
You are definitely with the few percent that are, you're in excellent shape. I do know that you care about what you put in your body as well.
Yeah. So anyway, I do basically the same thing as I do with this. Just dip these guys once here, shake off a little bit of the excess oil, lay it here in the pan. Yeah, I think we're set. We've got the cauliflower in, cooking away, and that roasting away. That takes about, like I said, almost an hour. So we have a rainy day here, so we're gonna be outside grilling in the rain.
Yeah,
You
looking
ready?
forward to. So I'm going to teach you all about grilling on a Swedish summer day.
Go.
Let's
See you
do
there.
it. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ooh, steak.
Steak.
Yeah, ribeye.
Good one. What is your biggest kitchen fail?
Oh, a night making pizza. And it stuck to the bottom, and it was a disaster. And I got angry.
What's one thing that you refuse to share?
Oh, my wine. No, I share the wine even, but I really like my wine.
If you could kill off any character from a current TV show, who would it be?
Oh, Kenny from South.
That's a great one. After you survive the apocalypse, what will your job be?
Oh, I'll be a gardener. That's what I would do. Be outside, try to get things to grow.
All right.
Because you know what would happen? This is a long answer. Things will grow in such strange, unusual ways. You plant a radish seed, who knows what's going to come up? I'm just saying.
Who wins, Batman or Superman?
I think Batman. He's the Dark Knight. I think Superman takes the high ground. I think Batman gets in there and takes him down. He's the Dark Knight. What are you gonna do?
What do you listen to in the gym?
Well, I like this group called Swedish House Mafia. Guess who exposed me to that?
You're welcome, guys.
It's excellent, actually. I love it.
Bench press or squat?
Bench for show, squat for power.
Favorite breakfast?
I go with a soft scrambled egg, bacon, maybe a little sourdough toast if I'm having bread. Keep it, or avocado.
Coffee?
Oh, let's not forget coffee. That's the first thing.
What's your favorite healthy food?
Ooh, hard to beat chickpeas.
No, seriously. What's your favorite food?
Steak. I like steak.
Good.
Chickpeas.
No one says chickpeas.
No one. That's why
Yeah.
that's why I'm trying to be helpful here.
Okay, Kyle. So I'm going to teach you how to grill on a nice Swedish summer day.
Very exciting.
Umbrella.
Yep.
Check. Good. Then you're holding that.
Yep.
Then you want to get
Okay.
this under an arm, or you want to pinch the umbrella under an
I
arm.
can do this like this, or how about
Yeah.
like this, like this?
And then you're holding that.
Okay, great. That,
Then you hold it like that.
I don't know if I can do. I think that might
Well,
be.
this is what every
Okay.
Swede
Every Swede knows how
learns.
to do this?
Yeah, at the
That's
age of
cool.
10. Then we sing in små grodorna, the small froggies. That's what we're singing.
So we're having a lovely, lovely day out here.
Welcome to a day in Stockholm. It's 1st of July.
Did you put on sunscreen, I hope?
I did. Then we're gonna take a trip with the boat, maybe go for a swim, finish with some herring.
So we're 2 minutes in, there goes my foil. Yeah, so we're fighting the elements. A little bit of marination, a little Mother Nature marination.
So you like to grill steak? Do you ever grill chicken or fish?
Yeah, I'll do chicken as well. Fish, I'll do salmon. I'll usually do that on like a piece of foil with some olive oil, lay it down, and I'll close the lid, cook it for like, depending on the thickness of the salmon, maybe 7 minutes. I like it because it gets a little crusty on the bottom. The skin really gets like crunchy. Chicken is tricky because it's, depending on the thickness. I bring the chicken off and it's just a little bit pink, you know what I mean? I like it just done. Some of these are good. This one's a little thicker. I might leave them another for a half hour, or for another 30 seconds. So we'll go repeat. And these guys are gonna be fine. I think I'm gonna crank up just slightly. And another 4 minutes should work on these. These are not too thick, but these should be good.
Thank
Tray
you.
1, dry. Okay, these are gonna come off. Here we
Looking
go.
good, Kyle.
These are gonna be very good. Okay. Never have you worked so hard for your meal. Those guys pile up there, and then we'll put these little gems here. So let's pull these off, and we can go upstairs.
Woohoo! All right. Here we are.
Yeah, we got the lamb grilled in that beautiful, wonderful summer Stockholm day.
Yeah, or Seattle.
Or Seattle, exactly.
4.5 minutes on
Yeah,
each
about
side.
4.5 minutes. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, depending on the thickness of the chop. And then I just grilled the radicchios and the baby gems.
Do you mind?
Please start. So you have the option. I have a little Caesar dressing here, which is probably not super healthy, but I don't think it's terrible either. This you can garnish on the baby gems. My wife loves this one. And then I've got a little balsamic, which I think on the radicchio actually works really nice. So just I just put like a little tiny bit. And then you got the cauliflower here, which has been roasted within an inch of its life. I don't know, it's caramelized up. And
Thank you.
Let me know what you think.
I'll try it with that.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, let's go.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. Good.
Wow.
Simple.
It works so well just with salt and white pepper.
Tell me what you think about the cauliflower. Because it looks frightening, but a charred, caramelized, one of my favorites.
Really
We
good.
could have hit that with a little Parmesan afterwards, but it's actually...
The cumin made it really interesting. I did try the radicchio. That was excellent.
It's a nice...
So I find this a little bitter
Yeah,
if I eat it just straight up.
yeah,
But now when we grilled it and put this balsamic on, I don't feel that at all.
I agree. And that balsamic just kind of gives it kind of a smoky sweet. So this is it, man. This is the go-to healthy.
So this food fits in a couple of different diets. This is an excellent keto dish if you remove the little panko that we put in it. You got the protein from the lamb, you got the fat from the lamb, some olive oil, and that's it. Excellent dish if you're on a diet as well. And if you want to use this as a bulk up meal, you can eat a little extra lamb, or you can add some roasted nuts, or even a carb source like some roasted potatoes. But as a normal meal, I would not add anything. I think this is perfect.
Thank you. Yes, it's been a family favorite for a while.
Kyle, what do you do on Saturday? It's my day to cook at home.
Is it?
Well, I might need some help.
All right. Thanks for coming over.
Thank you so much for having me. This was really, really excellent. I knew it was going to be good, but it was even better than I expected.
Oh, thank you. High praise, like one of my bench sets.
Cal, thank you so much for this lovely meal. It was absolutely fantastic.
My pleasure.
Since you did most of the cooking, or all the cooking, I'm going to do the dishes.
Well, usually Elvis does the dishes, but today, you're on.
All right?
And I'll help. It'll be a good workout.